Good evening, everybody. Okay, so I now have a semi-prototype sort of thing happening. I need to do something different with the roof. I'm not happy with this, but hopefully this is going to collect water. I've checked it to make sure, I've poured some water down the roof, and the water, some of it runs into the IBC. But this is really temporary because I'm expecting rain tomorrow. Yes, so this is my animal water catchment, water storage plant for animals, forage for animals, herbs and other things growing for animals. So this was the first bed that I started, and the welded mesh panel seems to be protecting the plants nicely. My mulberry is doing very nicely. I'm very happy with that. My elderberry's doing well. My rosemary's not dead, so it's still alive. The chives are doing okay. Some of the rosemary's not doing so well, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. This mulberry's doing quite nicely. So that's this side. So the rosemary and the chives, and there's some oregano planted in there. I'm going to plant some other herbs as well. This was just a starting point. That's on that side. This side I've planted a banana and some sugar cane. So that'll be more forage for the animals. I'm trialing two different methods of keeping the goats out from plants while they're growing and stopping them from ripping them out of the ground. So they'll only be able to take the stuff that's coming over the tops. So that one's got a welded mesh panel, and this one's got two pallets. I do plan on tying it better, like probably getting some wire to attach it together. At the moment it's just really quickly done because I, as you can tell, run out of light. The sun has well and truly set. We're in dusk twilight at the moment. So now this banana is actually sitting on top of some animal remains and wood chips, basically. So I'm hoping it's going to do okay. We're expecting some rain over the next 3 days, so hopefully this will give it a good test out, and hopefully that rain will give this banana tree a good start. It has got dirt around it, but yeah, that's my animal shelter, water storage, catchment, plant forage system. So yeah, integrating a lot of different elements into this to hopefully create a really good working model that I can duplicate over the entire paddock, and hopefully other people can as well, to help bring water to where the animals are. So this will be 4,000 litres of water when these are full, which hopefully I'll be able to fill them up nicely during our summer months when we get more rain. At the moment we're just coming out of winter, and as you can see everything is quite dry. It's really looking forward to the rain that's coming. So yeah, in line with permaculture principles, every element's got to have at least 2 to 3 uses. So in this case the IBCs are holding water, they're providing shade, they're providing shelter for both the animals and the plants, and water catchment. So I intend to actually set up a proper type roof of some sort on here, but this was just a temporary setup, and the animals don't need it at the moment because they're not in this section at the moment. But yeah, I wanted to get a working model up and running so that I could start testing it out and seeing how things are going, see where the flaws are. Like, I want to change how I've got the Besser bricks sitting so I don't need to use as many. Like, in this corner here I've actually got the one block holding up 2 corners of the IBC, so I would prefer to only be using one Besser brick here and one Besser brick here, whereas I've got 2 and 2, and there's 2 on the other side as well. So it's using a lot of Besser bricks, and they're not cheap. They become quite costly when you get a lot of them, and they are a required part of the system because it helps keep the IBCs up off the ground, so that you can get the water out of it easier. It's really quite difficult to get water out of IBCs when they're directly on the ground. And it also means the chickens can scratch in underneath the IBCs as well. So yeah, so I will keep you updated and posted on how this little system works. I'm really pleased with how well the mulberry tree's been going so far. And I'm happy with how the welded mesh kept the goats out. That did really well. It's $25 a panel, whereas if I'm patient, I can source pallets for free on Gumtree. So I'm trying to find as many free resources as I possibly can, because I know most people are working on a budget, and I know I'm working on a budget. So yes, but there we go. Very excited to see how this progresses. I've also been very careful to make sure all the taps are facing out. I've made that mistake a few times, having them the wrong way. So yes, that's it. Any comments, questions or suggestions, leave them below, and I will keep you posted on how this is going. Remember to like and subscribe. There's a like somewhere and subscribe button down the bottom somewhere. And to keep in touch with how things are going and to see how this little experiment progresses. But yeah, have a great day. Bless you.